these are two terrible people, two bad people. Donald Trump is an idiot, and Elon Musk is really dangerous. So I suppose it always was going to get here. They deserve each other. America deserves better.
What happened when the world's most powerful man and the world's richest man fall out? Well, we are all about to find out, because the relationship between former besties Donald Trump and Elon Musk has spectacularly imploded this week. After Elon Musk criticised the president's big spending bill as a disgusting abomination, Musk has urged the Senate, which is now considering the package, to kill the bill, with Donald Trump countering that Elon Musk is just only upset because the bill cuts subsidies for electric vehicles. And he, of course, is a great purveyor of electric vehicles, the Tesla. Now, it's all played out over social media, of course, X, formerly known as Twitter, with Elon Musk saying that Donald Trump would have lost the election without him, and claiming that Donald Trump's name was in secret files involving the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. This is the bit that I actually find the most upset. I mean, look, a lot of this is kind of funny, but that is actually quite upsetting, that Elon Musk, if he genuinely believed that Donald Trump was connected with Jeffrey Epstein and he was happy to support him when it suited him, and now that they've fallen out. Also, remember, Elon Musk got involved in politics in this country on those terrible Asian Pakistani grooming back gangs, which are an absolute scandal. But he was kind of weaponizing that in this country, while at that point, if he knew that Donald Trump was involved with Jeffrey Epstein, but he was cozying up to him because they were buddies at that point, well, I'll just leave that to make your own judgment about what you think about that. But anyway, we know Donald Trump is very, very angry with Elon Musk. He's threatened to terminate Elon Musk government subsidies and contract. And he's claimed that Elon Musk has what he calls Trump derangement syndrome.
People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly. And some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But we have it with others, too. They leave and they wake up in the morning and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different and they become hostile. I don't know what it is. Someday you'll write a book about it and you'll let us know.
I think there'll be more than a book written about this. Donald Trump now no longer wants his shiny new red Tesla, and Elon Musk has threatened to stop NASA using his spacecraft to get to the International Space Station. Back in Glasgow, we would call this a right old stooshy. Well, I'm now joined by Joe Walsh. Joe is the former Republican Congressman for Illinois, and he actually ran for the presidency back in 2020. Joe, welcome to the show.
Good to be with you.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Now, did you see this coming, Joe? Did you see this epic falling out? Did you see this happening so quickly?
I don't know that I saw it so quickly. I should have, because I momentarily forgot what bad people these two are. You mentioned the world's most powerful man and the world's wealthiest man. It's also really important to mention these are two terrible people, two bad people. Donald Trump is an idiot and Elon Musk is really dangerous. So I suppose it always was going to get here. They deserve each other. America deserves better.
And it's so interesting because when they first came together for this big kind of public political bromance, I mean, it looked like they were sort of, joined at the hip, Elon Musk being there on the day of the inauguration, given a platform to speak. And then, of course, that very bizarre kind of, peacocking in the Oval Office where Elon Musk had his little son with him. I mean, it looked like these were going to be this big sort of political power couple in American and global politics.
Yeah, but the problem is that it was 100% transactional.
Right.
Elon Musk paid a lot of money to put Donald Trump in the White House. And Donald Trump, in turn, eased a bunch of regulations and increased Elon Musk's a number of contracts, government contracts. So it was always transactional. Neither Trump or Musk have any core philosophy. Trump is all about Trump. Musk is all about Musk. So it was bound to ultimately come here when their self-interests no longer were in sync.
And it's interesting, as you say, I think you're absolutely right in your analysis that they are both ruthlessly transactional people. But I suppose the thing looking at it from an outside point of view is, sure, you can understand that these are very famous, successful alpha men. Of course, self-interest and being transactional has got them where they have got to. But even still, to govern, and you're somebody who's steeped in politics, as am I, to govern is such a privilege, to hold office, to get the chance to sort of shape a country's politics and its legislation and society is such a huge honour that very few people have the chance to do. Maybe I'm naive. I just thought they would have kind of thought about the honourable part of this gig rather than immediately thinking, what's in it for me? But that's probably me being naive.
No, you are not naive. But again, there is nothing honorable about either one of these two men, period. But this is a dangerous situation. So like, I know a lot of us have been laughing about this big fight.
Yeah.
I don't find it funny because they're both in positions of power. Both of them could do great damage to things here in America and around the world. So this is dangerous. This fight they're having is dangerous to everyone. And so we all have an interest that they'll both shut their mouths and maybe go away or come together a little bit. I will say this, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we see Musk and Trump in the White House, in the Oval Office in 2 to 3 weeks, embracing and maybe supporting a version of that big, ugly bill. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Wow. So some kind of reconciliation. But why would either of them want to do? I suppose but listen, both of these men are big egos, right? So for them to get a deal, someone's going to have to back down, and who's going to be the one to do that?
Or they'll lie. Donald Trump always lies about. Look at his tariffs, right? I brought China to its knees, or I brought our European allies to their knees. Well, bull crap. He's lying. Trump always threatens something. People say no, and then Trump claims victory. He's the master of that. I guarantee you, when Trump and Musk are in the Oval Office together in 2 to 3 weeks, they will lie about how they have patched up their friendship, and now they both embrace the bill. They'll realize this in a week or two, but they each have a self-interest in trying to patch things up.
Now, Joe, regular listeners to this station, Times Radio, will know that you are a very articulate, outspoken critic of Donald Trump. But I understand this week you have made quite a big decision and that you have become a registered Democrat. Is that right?
Oh, my God. Yes. What news? If you would have told me 12 years ago that Tea Party Joe Walsh would now be a Democrat, I would have said you are smoking something. But look, we live in unprecedented political times in America. I'm still Tea Party. I was Tea Party because I believe in freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. I fear government overreach. Well, that's where we are today. My former party, the Republican Party, no longer supports democracy and the rule of law. Donald Trump is a tyrant. So I felt like I had no choice but to proudly become a Democrat to help defeat my former party.
Gosh. And look, psychologically, how did that feel for you? Because as you say, you're a very, you're proudly on the right of the Republican Party. You're a Tea Party person. Psychologically, how did that feel to sort of, metaphorically cross the floor and join the Democrats?
I cannot tell a lie. It was strange initially. And I've had to remind myself every night before I go to bed, I'm a Democrat. We Democrats. When I first began to think of it a year and a half ago, it was strange. But then I kept reminding myself, look how damn strange everything is in this country right now. When I came out this week and finally said, I came out of the closet and said, I'm a Democrat, it felt real because, look, I'm not a young man. I'm not 30 anymore. as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna fight to defend freedom and democracy and the rule of law in this country. It really is under threat. Nothing else matters compared to that. So it was very easy to proudly finally become a Democrat.
And what does that say about your old party, the Republican Party? What does that say about it? Does that say that there's literally no hope for the Republican Party, for the good old party that you were once a proud member of?
Oh, it's dead. Kiss it goodbye. In my lifetime, that damn party is never coming back. This Republican Party will be the MAGA Trumpy party for the rest of my lifetime. Even after, assuming Trump doesn't try to run in 28, whoever the Republican Party nominee is, it will be the Trumpiest person in the party. There is no room in that party for anyone who believes in freedom and the rule of law anymore. So that party's gone. Who knows? Maybe one day a third party may come to America. And if that happens, I'll look at it. But the immediate threat before us right now is that man in the White House who every single day attacks our law, the rule of law, and the Constitution. And right now, it's the Democratic Party that has to defeat that man.
Okay. Well, look, Joe, absolutely fascinating speaking with you. And just final question, could you see yourself one day running for office as a Democrat, getting back in the game?
Oh, heck yes. I'd love to. I don't know if that will happen or when it would happen, but I'd love to.